muted, so we will wait for a minute or two, then we start. Thank you.
Thank you for waiting.
As part of the OSHA-Association goal to ensure continuous development and knowledge sharing in the field of health, safety and environment, the association partnered with other professional safety organizations in the UK to host the Health and Safety Expo 2022, the UK's largest event for health and safety. OSHA-Association remains in the business of keeping members up to date with health, safety and environmental strategies and regulations, extending the network of members and helping them access the latest solutions. Tens of thousands of health and safety professionals from over 35 countries participated. Extending the network of members and helping them access the latest solutions. As part of the OSHA-Association goal to ensure continuous development and knowledge sharing in the field of health, safety and environment, the association partnered with other professional safety organizations in the UK to host the Health and Safety Expo 2022, the UK's largest event for health and safety. OSHA-Association remains in the business of keeping members up to date with health, safety and environmental strategies and regulations, extending the network of members and helping them access the latest solutions. Tens of thousands of health and safety professionals from over 35 countries participated in the event to innovate, collaborate and fulfill their goals. Occupational Safety and Health Association (OSHA-Association) will continue to partner with relevant key stakeholders from various sectors to ensure proactive health and safety promotions globally. See you at our next event to learn, network and grow your health and safety experience. As part of the OSHA-Association goal to ensure continuous development and knowledge sharing in the field of health, safety and environment, the association partnered with other professional safety organizations in the UK to host the Health and Safety Expo 2022, the UK's largest event for health and safety. OSHA-Association remains in the business of keeping members up to date with health, safety and environmental strategies and regulations, extending the network of members and helping them access the latest solutions. Tens of thousands of health and safety professionals from over 35 countries participated in the event to innovate, collaborate and fulfill their goals. Occupational Safety and Health Association (OSHA-Association) will continue to partner with relevant key stakeholders from various sectors to ensure proactive health and safety promotions globally. See you at our next event to learn, network and grow your health and safety experience.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our first OSHA Zimbabwe Chapter meeting. I've said Zimbabwe, but I also need to acknowledge our participants from all over Africa that have joined us today. I would also want to welcome them to this meeting. My name is Innocent Pikai, and I'm your moderator today. And I'm also the Publicity and Public Relations Director for OSHA's Zim chapter. Before we commence, I would just want to share some housekeeping announcements. I'll jump straight to our safety briefing for today. So I'll just load the presentation, which we'll go through for the next 5 minutes. Some minor hiccup, we're trying to load the presentation. We will move to our next agenda on the item. That's the introduction of our presenters. Tonight, our first presenter is our country president, Mr. Tawanda Nerera, is the country president of OSHA Zimbabwe chapter. Tawanda Nerera is an experienced Czech professional having worked in various sectors such as agriculture, mining, manufacturing for the last 20 years. He's a holder of bachelor's honors degree in applied environmental science and master's in business administration from the University of Zimbabwe. He's the current Zimbabwe National Secretary for the International Commission on Occupational Health and the current OSHAssociation Zimbabwe Chapter President. He's also a member in good standing of the South African Institute of Occupational Health and Safety, that's SAIOSH, and the current Sheikh Manager for Box Zimbabwe Limited. He is also a board member of the Child Protection Society of Zimbabwe, a private voluntary organization looking after disadvantaged children in Zimbabwe. The Child Protection Society of Zimbabwe works with UNICEF and the government of Zimbabwe among its support partners. He is also a recipient of various Linde Leadership Awards. Mr. Nerera, over to you at this juncture.
Thank you very much, Innocent. I hope everybody is able to hear and see me as well. I've turned on my camera so that at least people can put their face to the name. I would like to welcome everybody to our first event, our webinar on OSHAssociation Zimbabwe today. I'd like to thank everybody for taking time to come and attend to this very important event. They say a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And now this is the first step, which is very important in that we need to be talking about what OSHAssociation Zimbabwe is all about, how we become professional members of that body, and what we stand to benefit out of it. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of our executive leadership from OSHAssociation UK, who managed to make everything, who managed to assist us to put everything in place and make this event a success today. Amongst the people that I would like to acknowledge as well is the presence of our patron, Professor Dingani Moyo, who is a well-known member or a person who does contribute a lot in the international community on issues to do with occupational health. I also want to acknowledge all the executive directors of OSHAssociation Zimbabwe who are here present. We shall be introduced as they speak to the constituents. The main objectives of our association is to make sure that we collaborate as Sheikh practitioners or OHS practitioners, whatever.
Recording stopped.
Whatever name you
Recording
call it.
in progress.
We need to collaborate, we need to work together, we need to harness the benefits of becoming associated with the OSHAssociation UK. These are the who have, maybe I would like to say, we have got maybe a mile or an edge ahead of our systems by reason of being in the developed world. So this is an opportunity for us to tap into the knowledge without reinventing the wheel. And once the presentations start rolling, kindly ensure that you take note of all the questions that you might have in terms of not sure why I got muted there. We need to optimize the harnessing of information from the presentations that are going to take place so that we ask every question and get clarity in terms of the things that we may feel we need more information on, so that we stand to benefit in terms of the training programs, in terms of anything that's going to come our way. So without wasting much of your time, I would want to hand back to the moderator so that we can start the ball rolling. Back to you, Innocent.
Thank you, Mr. Nerera. I will kindly request all participants to mute their mics so that we can all hear properly. Our next presenter is Professor Dingani Moyo. Professor Dingani, are you in?
Yes, I'm in.
Okay, thank you. Just a brief introduction. Professor Dingani Moyo is a professor of occupational medicine and OSH with 30 years of experience. So he comes in rich. He's an internationally renowned professor who recently was awarded 2 international awards on his global contribution to the development of the occupational health and safety, and also on the occupational health research. He has worked for many companies in and outside Zimbabwe. He has worked for Zimasco. He has worked for Dibaswa Diamond Mining Company, Tati Nickel Mine in Botswana, Botswana Metal Refinery, and many other companies. He has also led several multi-country occupational health and safety projects in Southern Africa under the Global Fund, World Bank, United States Agency for International Development, the African Union, and the International Commission on Occupational Health. He has been an EXCO member for the American College of Occupational and Environmental Medicine and South African Society on Occupational Medicine and the International Commission on Occupational Health. He is also a researcher with over 100 publications and technical reports in international peer-reviewed journals. He's a lecturer currently with NAST and also with the University of Witwatersrand. Thank you, Professor Dingani. I give you the floor.
Thank you very much for that introduction. It is a pleasure to welcome colleagues, our professionals and practitioners in occupational safety and health. One of the important issues across the globe is in terms of is the pursuit for excellency in occupational safety and health. And it is such initiatives that bring to fore the most pertinent issues with respect to the practice of occupational safety and health. And it is indeed a great pleasure to see the recent initiation of OSH Zimbabwe branch. And this is a very noble initiative that we look forward that it would bring quite invaluable progress to the practice of occupational safety and health, not only in Zimbabwe, but across the continent. And it is such catalytic efforts that we look forward to. For yes, you realize that the OSH Zimbabwe branch, in partnership with the international body, will indeed transform the practice of occupational safety and health in a much bigger way. And it is such efforts and initiatives that we always want to promote, not only at a local level, but indeed on a global levels. And the need for occupational safety and health has increased in recent times, especially with the different changes that we're experiencing on a global scale, with the emergence of new risks and also the environmental perspective affecting occupational safety and health. It contributes to this noble idea, professional settings, occupational safety and health. I would also like to congratulate the executive that is spearheading these efforts in terms of establishing more portals of interaction, more portals in terms of capacity development. And I would really want to thank Mr. Tawanda Nerera and also his other colleagues who have spearheaded this and taken the first step in terms of improving occupational safety and health. You realize that from a global perspective, the burden of occupational safety and health incidents is on the rise, particularly with the emergence of new occupational safety and health hazards. It becomes paramount that such gatherings will indeed promote capacity development, will indeed promote professional ethics across all organizations, which is what we really would like to see happening. I would really like to applaud this very noble, very significant milestone that has been realized with the establishment of the OSH Zimbabwe branch, and it will set a very big, good tone across the region and across the continent. And I would like really to welcome new members that are coming through, colleagues, and say this is a very good opportunity for us to improve the standards, to ensure that we grow our profession to greater heights. And indeed, Mr. Nerera, I would like really to urge you to continue with these highly commendable efforts, and also the different focal persons within this initiative. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to this inaugural session, and I look forward to more interactions. I've also been going through the website of the association at an international level, and I can promise you that this is going to be of great value add, and we really appreciate this. Without much further ado, Chair, thank you so much for the opportunity, and I return this to you. Much appreciated, colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Like I've highlighted earlier, today's webinar marks the launch of the Zimbabwean chapter. So that means that OSHA Association is not only in Zimbabwe, but this is the launch of our Zimbabwean chapter. I would also want you to appreciate that apart from this launch, OSHA is also very active in more than 54 countries. And to hear more on that, allow me to introduce Michael Ogaga, OSHA Association International Team. Thank you. Michael, over to you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this opportunity to be in this auspicious gathering. My duty is very straightforward, which is to introduce what OSHA means, what OSHA stands for, and what's the benefit of joining this global association. As we all know, OSHA stands for Occupational Safety and Health Association. I'm going to share my screen so you can see some of my slides. OSHA Association stands for Occupational Safety and Health Association. It is an international association. It is an international professional membership association that spans more than 100 countries in the whole world. Like the slide says, our mission is to create proactive awareness and promote occupational safety and health knowledge globally. One major thing about this association is that we are globally focused. We are not an African, we are not a Zimbabwean, we are not a European association. We are a global association with chapters in over, like I said before, 100 countries worldwide. Our motto is just to promote safety and saving lives. Whether you are in Zimbabwe, whether you are in Ghana, whether you are in Tunisia, whether you are in Canada, whether you are in US, we are always focused on saving lives. Our aims and objectives are so broad, but I'm going to pick some points there, as you can see from the slide. The first point says we are to promote and develop professional best practice around the world. Now, as we all know, in the area of health and safety, there is no country standard, there's global standard. And that's what we try to do with our members, constantly improving our members for them to have that global expertise.
Hello.
For them to have the global expertise and be known worldwide with their expertise. We looked at things like to promote peaceful coexistence among members. Like I've been saying, this is a global organization. So we have members in both United Arab Emirates and we have members in Spain. So the major aim is to always make sure that there is coexistence between our members. Finally, to create with public and private corporate bodies with similar aims and objectives worldwide. Of course, we know that our members are working for different corporate bodies around the world. One of the aims of this prestigious association is to make sure that there's synergy between our members, even if you are working in corporation A, another, that there's a synergy among our members. That is what we are bringing to the Zimbabwe chapter. That is what we want our fellow Zimbabweans to have, for them to grow and also reach out to their fellow Africans, their fellow Europeans, their fellow Asians, and say, yeah, we're also growing in the field of safety and health. You can see from the slide our association global goal: OSH training and capacity building, business networking, awareness and advocacy in occupational safety and health to
Hi,
public
Michael.
and private.
Sorry,
Right
Michael.
here.
Yeah, your presentation is too small. Can you fit it to the screen so that we can all see?
Okay.
Thank you.
Can you see it now? Can you see it?
Yeah,
Nothing. Small fronts. What about
it's-
others?
Yeah, the
Can
moment
others
you
see
zoom it
the-
out, it sort of distorts the presentation.
Yes. Yes.
Or maybe you
On my
can
end,
just
it's showing.
yeah, but maybe we can continue if you can't make it bigger than what it is now.
Okay. So it's a global association, like I've been saying, and our aim is to make sure that each chapter grows to the maximum. Like I said, we also have a publication which is called Safety View, which is published in by all our association chapters make input into this magazine. And you can see some part of the magazine already. This is our different chapters. I held their meetings in the various parts of the world. This is the Indian chapter. They just recently did their own national summit. The team was in the line of fire. These are pictorial from our Zimbabwean chapter will be doing very soon. This is pictorials from the Nigerian chapter. So like I said, you are joining a global body, This is from Nigeria, which recently held its own national meeting. The theme was Safety in Nigeria, the Way Forward. This is our Benin Republic chapter. They recently also did their meeting. We are using this as a sign to motivate the Zimbabwean chapter. We believe that very soon you will be having meetings like this and we'll be adding this to our archives. Finally, this is our Ghanaian chapter, just to let you know that yes, these our fellow associations in different chapters, different countries of the world, they're also moving so fast with their own programs. So we expect that today is the beginning of great things for our Zimbabwean chapter. This is our Tunisia chapter, which is in North Africa. This is our chapter in the United Arab Emirates. They also recently did their own national summit, and it was a wonderful occasion. And I prayed and I hope that very soon Zimbabwe will be doing something like this also. Finally, this is also our where we're represented at the World Police Summit, World Security and Police Summit. Our association was there also, and we did a wonderful presentation. This is the Kenya chapter. Kenya is not too far from Zimbabwe. We're also doing that too. So we are looking at a global body. It's not just looking at Zimbabwe alone, Southern Africa, but we're looking at the whole of Africa combined. So welcome you to this prestigious association. It's my hope and prayer that today marks a milestone. Today marks the beginning of something great for the Zimbabwean chapter. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael, for the short and precise presentation. We hope that as they say, 1,000 miles begins with one step. Allow me to introduce Tony Cullen. You will present on the introduction of membership categories, the fees and the benefits associated with being an OSHA Association member. Tony, are you there?
I'm here. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Over to you.
Hello there. Hi, welcome from the UK. So I'm Executive Director of OSHA UK, and highly honoured to be part of this occasion and to help you with health and safety across Zimbabwe. So my colleague and fellow director, Emmanuel, will be sharing our PowerPoint, which I'd just like to go through with you, if I may. Okay, so first of all, welcome to the Zimbabwe Chapter, to our webinar for Occupational Safety and Health Association, commonly known as OSHA. Okay, a little bit about it. So OSHA is a professional safety body with a headquarters in the UK, not far from where I am at the moment and a lot colder over here than where you are. dedicated to promoting health, safety and environment across diverse industries globally. OSHAssociation has chapters in various countries and certified training centres spanning multiple continents, making it a recognised safety body in the industry world. Next one, please. Okay, our motto, promoting safety, saving lives. Our mission, very simple. Our mission is to create proactive awareness and promote occupational safety and health knowledge globally. And our vision is to make occupational safety and health management an integral part of every sector.
Can you try to put it in presentation mode? I think it will be easier to move.
So Emmanuel, if you could do that, please. Okay, yeah, Emmanuel, is it possible to put it into presentation mode, please? I'll continue whilst he works that out. So we have various membership levels. We have student membership, graduate membership, associate membership, full membership. We have fellow membership, corporate membership, and finally affiliate membership. Apologies for the lag. You see, we have internet problems over here as well.
Yeah, no, we noticed. I thought if he was able to move into the presentation mode, it was going to be easier for him to move slides.
Yes. Okay, so the membership benefits. So we offer membership benefits to every... Oh, somebody else is talking. Hello?
The membership unit, guys.
Yeah.
Kindly mute.
I need to find the mute button.
Co-hosts, you can assist by muting them.
Okay.
Okay, I'll carry on. Thank you very much. So the membership benefits. We offer membership benefits to every professional at every stage of their career. Flexible membership options, professional career guidance and advice, discounted training and qualifications, access to a regional chapter network with activities. Okay, details of membership levels. So the student membership is particularly for undergraduates from universities, polytechnics, colleges and institutions. Registration is open for all students in any discipline, especially students within the science and technical departments, as they have a little bit more advantage. Requirements: valid student ID card or admission. Hello?
Nadir, please mute your mic. Or co-host, please assist by muting people who may not see that their mics are on.
That would be helpful, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. If there's anybody else, please, thank you. Okay, so requirements. So valid student ID card or admission. Letter from the school/institution, evidence of registration fee. What are the benefits? Boost career path. Access to student scholarship opportunities. Access to research resources and support. Access to mentorship and career counselling. And finally, opportunity to network with professionals from various companies in oil and gas, construction, and various other sectors during our events and regional meetings. For graduate membership, for young graduates within their 1 year of industry or work experience, the focus there is registration is open for all graduates. Requirements, certificate of HSE certificates, updated CVs, and again, evidence of payment for registration. The benefits: boost career growth, connecting with like-minded professionals from various industries, access to mentorship and career counselling, opportunity to network with professionals from various companies, again in oil and gas, construction, etc., during our events and regional meetings, and access to job opportunity, local and internationally. And that final section is very important. Associate membership. For professionals in various industries, 3 years of industry work experience, registration is open to all professionals. Certificates on related health, safety, security and environmental certificates from a reputable institution. Updated CV, again, evidence of payment for registration. What are the benefits? So boost your profile with the emotional right of recognition after your name. Issuance of professional cover letter to assist members in cases of travels, interviews, depending on demands. Issuance of job or project recommendation letters. Opportunity to become an authorised trainer of the institution. Opportunity to attend our international conferences and activities. Special discounts on training programme and courses. Access to online resources and support. Mentorship opportunity and counselling session. Full membership for experts and professionals in various industries with at least 8 years of industry work experience. Again, registration is open to all professionals that meet that criteria. Related health, safety, security, and environmental certificates from a reputable institution. Updated CV, evidence of payment for registration. Excuse me. And the benefits: issuance of professional cover letter to assist members in cases of travel, interviews, depending on demands. Issuance of job or project recommendation letters. Opportunity to become an authorised trainer of the institution. Opportunity to attend our international conferences and activities. Special discount on training programme and courses. Access to online resources and support. Mentorship opportunity and counselling session. Opportunity to gain approval for independent authorised training centre. Okay, fellow membership. FOSHA, for experts and professionals in various industries with at least 10 years of industry work experience. Again, registration is open to all top executives, MDs, CEOs, chairmen, head of institution and organisations, and any personalities interested in health, safety, security, and environmental related career. The requirements: updated CVs, profile with headshot photograph for fellow membership registration, evidence of registration fee. The benefits: opportunity to make presentation at international events, issuance of professional cover letter to assist members for project bidding and tenders, issuance of job or project recommendation letters, opportunity to become an authorised trainer of the institution, opportunity to attend our international conferences and activities showcasing projects and services, special discounts on training programmes and courses, access to online resources and support, partnership opportunity on safety-related projects, opportunity to gain approval for independent authorised training centre, and corporate membership, which is for businesses of all sizes. And this corporate profile of the organisation, provide proof of a related health, safety, security and environmental compliance, health and safety related policy. If you have any documents in place, more the better. The benefits: to use OSHAssociation, our logo, for recognition in your corporate publications, on your business card, on your corporate profile, on your letters, etc. Receive discounts on international and local conferences, workshops and seminars for staff. Opportunity to place adverts in our publications and during events, physical and online. Access to corporate referral letter of safety compliance certificates. Access to HSE policies, template and supports. Internal HSE audit, inspection and reporting, 24/7 HSE support. And this is excellent for when you're looking to achieve new business. And finally, affiliate member. For individuals and organisations that are interested in health, safety, security, sustainability, environment and quality matters. The registration is open to everybody worldwide. This level of international membership is for you if A, you're looking for immediate access to HSE resources, content, support and safety related information. B, you want to access the latest guidance and employment law on the changing world of work, including exclusive member-only content from the online platform. If you're keen to develop your career in the safety profession and build your professional credibility, even your business, affiliated membership is a special level which recognises your professional achievement, value, capability, and experience as an individual or corporate organisation. Affiliate members get exclusive insights, research, case studies and resources, and the support of our experts with the international community. Access to partnership and support. Zimbabwe, we await you. Thank you so much for listening to me, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. I think this has brought a lot of excitement among the participants, especially here in Zimbabwe, realizing that this is something that has been lacking for all of us as a profession. And we look forward to it going forward. As of now, allow me to go through our question and answer session. If there are people with questions on Tony's presentation and also on the presentation from Michael, do we have any questions before we proceed with the agenda? Do we have any questions?
Okay, yes,
Tony,
so
we
I'll
have a question. We have a question from our chat box. We did not get the fee structure, so can you just assist and give us a short answer on that one?
Okay, well, for this, I'm going to enlist Emmanuel. Emmanuel's got all the fee structure in front of him. Emmanuel, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me, Tony?
Hello, Emmanuel. There's a couple of questions.
Yeah, I can share the screen. Let me share the screen on that. I think that may help, right?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Emmanuel. If there are any other questions, you can just post in the chat box, please.
Okay, so Emmanuel's put up the international membership registration fees. So just to go, these are all in US dollars. Okay, so affiliate member is $55 for the individual, $85 for the organization. Corporate member, large companies, $400. SMEs, small medium enterprises, are $212. Fellowship, it's $100. Full membership is $80. Associate membership is $60. Graduate membership, $35, and student membership, $15. So those are the current international membership fees.
Thank you, Emmanuel. I've seen another question that has just been posted. Assist with the portal for registration if possible. That will be shared soon, Charles, to everyone. That will be shared.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Tony.
Okay, no problem. I'll stay online in case there's anything else. Okay.
Yeah. Another question. I think this one is for you again, Tony. Hello. Are these fees yearly or monthly paid?
Sorry, Vo, no, these are yearly, not monthly. You can pay monthly if you like, but no, they're yearly.
Thank you for that clarity.
You're welcome.
Yes. The other question is, how does the OSHA relate to the health and mental and emotional mental and emotional of workers?
Do you know, that is a fantastic question. Okay. Just give you a little bit of clarity. In the UK at the moment, things like first aid safety at work, the HSE, etc., is a legal requirement, and every company, no matter how big or small, have to have sufficient trainers in place to ensure the safety of its workers. Currently, the advice is that the UK companies should have mental health training also, but it's not mandatory. However, it's going through our government at this moment in time, and it's expected, I would say, within the next 12 months that it will become mandatory. Mental health is a particular subject of mine that I'm very passionate about, and at OSHA we will be looking to promote that in exactly the same way as fire safety, working from heights, etc., etc. So the parameters of mental health will be improved as the knowledge is brought on board, but it's a very important part of what we're offering. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, loud and clear, Tony. Thank you for that. Okay. Thank you so much. Emmanuel, can you please upload our safety briefing for today?
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Emmanuel, are you there?
Yeah, a minute.
Could you please upload the safety briefing?
My apologies to interject, moderator. There's another question on the chat box there.
Okay, we'll take note of that. We have another question and answer session at the end after the two last presenters. We'll then go through it. Okay. So our safety briefing for this webinar is home safety. And here we are looking at the power cuts and water rationing, a problem that we have in Zimbabwe and around Africa, and its implications, especially at home. As the old saying goes, charity begins at home, so does safety. Our safety briefing today will be concentrating on that. Our first key responsibility as health and safety practitioners is for the safety and health of our families and friends before we make an attempt to preach this gospel to anyone. So every day when you leave home to do your work, is your home safe before you attempt to preach the gospel of safety to your workmates? We are coming from a background where we have serious power cuts and water rationing. Next slide, Emmanuel. We're coming from a background where we have serious power cuts and water rationing, and attempts to control this comes with its own risk. As illustrated, water rationing, alternative sources like tested and compliant bowls, bulk water purchases from reputable suppliers can be used as a control measure to this problem. However, these are not easily accessible to the majority, As a result, people then resort to creating water storage facilities inside their homes, e.g. in their bathrooms, in drums, to fill up when there is water. And in some instances, we end up fetching water from unreliable sources. Some of the risk to be some of the risk to be on the lookout for, which are associated with these backup alternatives, are as following. For those that have kids might drown, especially if water is kept in buckets, in bathtubs, because they are curious and attracted to water, but they are not able to understand how dangerous it is. As a small child can drown in as little as 5 centimeters of water. Therefore, we should always ensure that water containers are closed and secured. Next slide, Emmanuel. Then water contamination. As a result of storing water in containers which are not clean or had harmful chemicals before. So when you go back home, just check if the containers that you are using to store your water are not containers that were used for storing chemicals. We also have the challenge of insect breeding. Open water filled containers can promote the breeding of insects like mosquitoes, leading to diseases. There is also the risk of waterborne diseases. This is as a result of using unclean alternative sources of water, resulting in diarrhea, infections, especially the current cholera outbreak that we're experiencing in Zimbabwe. Next slide. Then let's also look at the problems that comes with power cuts. That means we end up using alternative sources like generator, solar, gas, paraffin, firewood, fuel gel, candles, etc. However, all these energy sources have their own inherent hazards, which we should be aware of and mitigate as health and safety practitioners. The following are some of the hazards and risks that we should be on the lookout for. The first one is the risk of fire and burning electrical gadgets. On electricity restoration, I think this is an experience that almost everyone has had. Power surges may result in damages to electrical equipment and fires. We should always switch off our gadgets when there is a power cut and only switch on after the restoration of power. Then we also have the risk of food poisoning. Some people would resort to preparation of food earlier or in bulk before the power cut. Without proper handling and storage, this can lead to food poisoning. Then also the risk of food rotting. Food can even rot while in the refrigerators due to the on and offs of the refrigeration. We should always therefore check on the status of our refrigerator stuff before consumption. Remember, under the principle of food safety, hot food should be kept hot, cold food should also be kept cold. Then there's also the risk of fire. Fire can result from almost all alternative sources of energy if not managed well. To prevent that, here are some of the tips that we need to implement within our homes and also share with our colleagues at work. Candles should not be left unattended by an adult. Also place them away from flammables like curtains, etc. Ensure proper storage of fuel for generators and paraffin away from heat sources and in ventilated areas. Then also gas stoves. Gas stove cylinders and connections should be checked regularly and intact to prevent any gas leak. We know the risk associated with any gas leaks within our houses, even at work. Once done using our firewood, ensure it is properly extinguished to avoid fire resurfacing. Avoid putting fire in the garage where you park your cars. Then also, because there will be power cuts, criminals tend to thrive under these conditions. Most criminals attack when there is darkness. Avoid moving around alone. This applies to and from work during dark hours, as power outages also increase during darkness. Also ensure that your home is also properly secured. Thank you, Emmanuel. We will move to our next agenda, which is training and certification opportunities that come with being a member of the OSHA Association. So allow me to introduce Engineer Emmanuel Walakala. Emmanuel is a civil engineer by profession and holds a master's degree in health, safety and environment from Pebble Hills University, Delaware, USA, with various certifications from the UK and the United States. He is a certified international health and safety instructor from the American Institute of Professional Studies. Also a regular international speaker at the Health and Safety Expo, UK. He comes with very rich experience. FPSO Africa, Congress Ghana, Securex West Africa, the Big Five Construct Expo. He is also an author of Safety Everyone's Responsibility for a Secure Future. Recently launched his latest book, Essentials and Best Practices in Health and Safety. And he has also won several distinguished awards, including SHP International Rising Star Award, London 2019. He's a dedicated and enthusiastic international consultant on occupational health and safety with great passion to promote global safety best practices in any organization and developing nations. As a renowned safety analyst, he has consulted for both public and private organizations towards improving their safety management system. Emmanuel is currently a key player in the occupational health and safety sector in Africa and an official executive of the Occupational Safety and Health Association with the headquarters in the United Kingdom. He has coordinated local and international trainings, conferences, and activities for the OSHA Association, with a strong impact and participation with various industries and organizations. Thank you, Dr. Emmanuel, for joining us. I give you the floor. You are muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Thank you so much, Innocent, for that wonderful speech. And also thank you, the country president, for your wonderful job you're doing in Zimbabwe. Congratulations to you all in Zimbabwe. And if you believe that we are doing the needful to ensure the safety of lives, to ensure longevity and also healthy living, through this medium and through this channel, can you put in the chat box 7777? If you agree in what we are doing, that we are going to change lives, we are going to save lives, we are going to reduce high level of fatalities, death, and unpreventable death and accidents within our society through what we are doing here today, right away. Can you put in the chat box 777? If you agree with me, can you do that? Because in most cases, some people don't really agree on some certain things, but we're in the environment where we need to seek concept to ensure that we are in agreement to make a movement. Thank you so much. I can see some few hands. Thank you so much. Perez, can you share my slide on the training? I also want to greatly appreciate the presentation of our co-executive director in the person of Tony Cullen, very passionate leader, including Ambassador William Bullion, who is also an executive director in international affairs. Actually, when I was informed as an executive director of the Association for Africa to lead Zimbabwe, actually, I'm originally from Africa, from Nigeria to be precise, but I know the understanding of my people. As a third world countries and also developing nations, we don't take safety serious. We are very pleasant and very okay and take it as a culture, or maybe as one of those things when we see life going, when we see lives being lost. We leave everything in the hand of God when we have the power to control it. We pray so much and leave the necessary things we need to do to save lives. That is the environment, the continent I'm coming from. But being transformed with how it should be and what should be done, people taking responsibility for their actions, is necessary that we need to start waking up to our realities. Sharing knowledge as we are doing right away will help us to be able to fix ourselves with the right senses to do the needful to ensure that safety is the starting point of every movement. So when it comes to training, training is not education. Training is not education. Education, we have in Africa, for example, we have turned health and safety into education, where somebody have to have so many certifications on health and safety. The person will tell you, look, I have NEBOSH, I have OSHA, I have IOSH, I have everything. But despite all the whole very bogus profile of this fellow, right in the side, people are dying. Right in the workplace, a lot of incidents are happening. So what is wrong? So you have to understand that the person actually in charge have not been transformed with the understanding of the originality of what health and safety is all about. The person is just having the certification on paper with distinction, but no ideology, no passion, no motivation to save lives of people living to your domain or within your authority, within your control. That is why in the developed countries, like in the UK, in America, and wherever, when you are a safety professional and any accident happens and lives are being lost, you move to jail, you go to jail. You cool off there. But we in Africa, they will have to tell you a lot of stories, justify their facts, why the dead goes. You see? So it's a very terrible situation when it comes to issues of training, because education is just to inform you. Training is to train you to transfer skills, to change, to tell you this is how it should be done. Training is to tell you that, look, there is a spill here. You can slip and fall. You don't have to fall before you start teaching on how to clean to ensure there is no spill. You have to prevent the spill from happening. But when you find yourself in a situation where you are only reacting to incidents, reacting to issues, then there is problem somewhere, and you are the problem. You, the health and safety head, health and safety professional, health and safety leader is the problem, not necessarily the accident, because there is something missing. And what is missing is you to be able to think proactively, to think ahead, to control the unforeseeable incident that will happen. And that is what health and safety. I'm a Christian. We have a lot of Muslims, but if you go to Quran, possibly you will find what I want to tell you. When you come to the Bible said, he was able to inform Adam and Eve according to history. He informed them, look, this leaf, don't eat it. If you eat it, you die. Don't eat it. If you eat it, you die. He did not leave Adam and Eve to discover the tree and to be able to take control on their own. That is training. He showed them. He did not just say it in the office and relax, but he moved to the sides. He moves to the scene of the event and showed them, look at it. Can you see it? They say yes. Don't touch it. Don't eat it. Run away from it. But many of us are chief executives, health and safety professionals with so many titles, sit in the office and be making calls, giving instructions, and you are not seeing what you're telling or giving instruction for. In return, you get a phone call, look, there is a collapse of the scaffold because you didn't go to the site to check the stability and the efficiency and the compatibility of the scaffolding before commencement of work. So that is a situation when it comes to training. We as a professional body in the Occupational Safety and Health Association, we try as much as possible to make sure that our training is different from what you see in the local environment. So it has to meet the international standard. We have so many courses, but I just asked to be sure this. This is a 23rd bad masterclass training, which Zimbabwe, also the management team, the executives are very much aware of it. And I guess they are also going to push it across to various platforms for you to be able to be aware and keen to it. Over 15 countries connects to this training. It's virtual, it's online. For physical trainings, the country president and his team, of course, will do justice to that. And you get the right certification, as the case may be. Then, that is an area of training. For many of you that are members, you have so many benefits of special discount. You have opportunity to also engage in in-house training with us through the local team. That is visible. That is doable. Because you join the institution, you are part of the family. You don't have to point hands from outside. You are inside the house, so you have to give your own input. That is what we are talking about. Now, we have another program that was launched currently for Africa. And what we are trying to do, Paris, can you show that, please? The scholarship slide presentation. The scholarship program for Africa is trying to capture the young professionals that are yet to enter the industry, because there are a high rate of fatalities in various workplaces because of the knowledge, lack of skills and safety information of the young people. They fall victims of what I'm talking about now. Because the employees first to do the needful, they first to train them. And they have no knowledge on health and safety. They have no training. So they fall into so many casualties, for victims of so many accidents at the end of the day. So I'm trying to let you know, we have this international scholarship program for 2025. I'll be so glad to see Zimbabwe rocking it, flying with it, the way we have other countries already on board on it. Nigeria is already on board on it. Ghana is already on board flying. Namibia is already on board. Cameroon is already on board. Zimbabwe, I'm waiting to see them also keying it. And we have to change the narrative. We are not just gathering OSHAssociation just for you to have credentials. You have to make an impact. You have to join the movement. We have to join the forces. We need to help ourselves in Africa. We need to face the facts. You have seen the presentation of Tony earlier when it comes to membership. Membership is not just for gathering sake. It's to build the advocates, to build the ambassadors, to build the pioneers who will share the knowledge of safety in every corner of the organization, in every corner of the society. And I can tell you with what we are doing and what I'm very sure the team is doing in Europe, we are ready to help Africa. We are ready to work with Africans to change the narrative, to build the safety consciousness of people, to reduce preventable deaths that is ravaging the continent. It's doable. If you believe it's doable, can you put chat 111 on the chat? But I like communication, and I want to be sure we are communicating. It's doable. Now, if you check very well, among all safety professional bodies in the
Yes, I can hear you.
Know that workplace safety can save lives. Let's explore how OSHAssociation makes that happen. OSHAssociation know that workplace safety can save lives. Let's explore how OSHAssociation makes that happen. OSHAssociation is on a mission to make safety a top priority in every workplace worldwide. With chapters across the globe,
I can hear you.
We're dedicated
Thank
to
you.
promoting health, safety,
So
security,
what I'm
and
trying to
environment
say,
practices. Our vision
if we
to
have
weave
more good
occupational
number
safety
of
and
people
health
on
into
the
fabric
platform,
of every sector.
then we're good to go. The safety awareness in the country will be well refined. The society will be well served. People will be talking the realities, even at home. That is why the safety training is very important. The membership is a movement. It's not just. That is why you look at the fees. The fees you have, a lot of meetings have been held by the executive in Zimbabwe to cut it down more than 70% down. In a way that nobody have an excuse to give that because of money I'm not a member. The fee is as cheap as 1 day meal, 2 days meal, as cheap as that. You don't need to save money to become that, because there are going to be a continuous learning, continuous information, continuous networking. And I will shock you soon that the Institute is coming out with a lot of packages for the year 2025. And members are going to benefit for it. Members are going to drive it. So at this point, I want to congratulate you all. Your leaders in Zimbabwe, I want to say top up for them because they're doing a good job. from the country president to his team. They are passionate. I never knew that they are going to be this serious among some few other countries in Africa that is very driving very proactively. But I'm very much ready. I told him, my brother, you are my brother. I'm going to help you. We are going to work together. We are going to change the narrative in Zimbabwe. Last year, we have good number of government delegation to the UK House of Parliament, changing the narrative of politicians in Africa, the political leaders in Africa. This year, I'm looking forward to see large multitude of Zimbabwe leaders and chief executives joining our events for the year 2025 in the UK and in other countries, as the case may be. So the focus is Africa. The focus is Africa. And I know we can do it together. We can achieve all this together. At this point, I want to appreciate you all. I want to thank you. I want to congratulate you in advance. I told the president, if by 2 weeks' time we have good number of registrations, I will facilitate to see that all the certificates arrive Zimbabwe hard copy of all registered members at various levels, at various capacities. So at this point, thank you so much, Innocent, for hosting the meeting, and also the team. We are very much ready to be with you in this journey. Thank you, and have a great deliberation further. I'm here for questions. I'm here for any clarification whatsoever. Thank you, please.
Thank you, Dr. Emmanuel. I hope this presentation was worthwhile for everyone. Training is not education, and I think my key takeaway is this is definitely the time for us to take charge, considering the gaps that we have in Africa and the opportunity that joining this association presents on us. As we think about it, let's think about the career advancements, benefits that are there, access to the resources, to the trainings. Is Tony still with us? Before I go to the question and questions listed in our chat box, is Tony still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here, although I'm driving, but I'm still here.
Thanks,
Tony,
Tony.
I can also assist you. Don't worry. Innocent, you can also assist if Tony is already, because he's very busy, man, with many of us. They get very busy. So I can also assist. Thank you.
That's fine. I'll head to our chat box. Our first question is, does this membership subscription assist in getting jobs worldwide as a student? So you can take that, Emmanuel.
Okay, thank you so much. That very question is right and it's not right. It's right in a sense that in every job, in every organization worldwide, you have health and safety certificate is an added advantage. It's a plus for you because it shows that you are safety conscious as an engineer. You are safety conscious as an installer to do your job safely. So every client will like to be able to give you a job and to work with you or to hire you. You are not going to be an additional hazard to the already existing hazard in the workplace. Yes. So that is why they will hire you. Then in the other way around, OSHAssociation is not a recruitment agency. It's not an employment agency. It's a professional body. So the highest they do is to empower you with the skills, with the knowledge, and give you a certificate to prove that you have been trained and you have the knowledge. I think that is all it is. Then for students or for people who are going for master's programs, especially in the UK, you cannot get any admission in the UK unless maybe possibly you're a medical doctor, you are going for further study in the UK, then fine. the universities who admit in most cases. But in most cases, many of the universities will always want to see more serious reasons why you are seeking for that particular admission. So they need you to add more added documents to prove your point for the admission you are seeking into their institution. So in many people from Nigeria, from Ghana, many of them all the time, they join the association, they become a member because at the end of the day, those certificates that becomes an added value for the admissions or for whatever they are looking for, because it's going to really help. In Africa, generally, you see so many multinational projects ongoing, international multinational companies working in Africa. Many of them are changing the African engineers. I got this from the government of Nigeria. They told us they are partnering with us, as I speak to you now, at the federal government level. Because the Chinese and the Lebanese and so many of the Indian big companies working in multi-billion projects are sidelining the Nigerian engineers. And part of their criteria for telling the government that these guys are not employable or they are not efficient because they don't have health, safety, and environmental certificate. So that is one of the reasons why the government came to us, because we are able to give more reasonable price and reasonable fees for the student or for the candidate or based on the agreement, compared to other safety bodies in the UK who will tell you this is our fee and they have no further discussion on that. You pay or you leave. But as a safety professional institution like OSHAssociation, we value humans' lives than the money. We value the lives of the people, the lives of Africans, Europeans, because that is why we exist as a professional institution. So at this point, you go for the membership, is recognized anywhere in the world, is an added advantage for you based on what you are doing or based on your intention of joining the institution. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Our next question is, how is OSHAssociation different from IOSH? That's from Eba.
Okay, that is the same thing I said earlier on. It's just like somebody asking a question, how is total oil is different from Shell oil? They are all oil. Anyone you put in your vehicle is going to fly. None will stop your vehicle, so it's your choice. As I'm speaking to you, I'm a member of 8 professional bodies. I am an IOSH member. I'm an OSHAssociation member. I am an American Institute of Safety Professional member. I'm a World Safety Organization member. I am an IRSM member. So, I go for all these things because I love safety is my career. And so I have to belong everywhere for network purposes and for opportunities. So it's your choice. There is nothing different. It's the same thing. And when it comes to certification, in Georgia, I had a conversation with our chapter in Georgia, and they told me, they said, look, many years are looking for NEBOSH. They said NEBOSH is the highest. It's not true. It depends on organization. NEBOSH is not a government institution too. I have that certification also. Certification don't justify your competency and cannot justify your passion to the career. It's when you are engaging, the employer will know who is speaking with. And at that point, they will be able to ask you, the last they will ask you in the Western world is certification. Nobody cares about the certification, but your knowledge, your experience, your expertise is first. Then certification is just a backup, just a justification. So that is the way it is. So there is no different. There is no different. You belong to OSHAssociation. If you have extra money, you want to belong to others, that's fine. You have a local institutions, you want to belong, that's fine. So that is my idea, and that is my advice to professionals when it comes to these issues like this. There are so many issues of OSHA. A lot of people tell me, is that the OSHA of America? Is that the OSHA of Tanzania? There are so many of OSHA also. In America, we have Occupational Safety and Health Administration, which is under the United States level. Okay. Then also in Tanzania, you have OSHA there, which is Occupational Safety and Health Authority, which is under the Tanzanian government. Okay. Then in some other organization, they have Occupational Safety and Health Academy, which is a private company. So there are so many meanings, but when it comes to writing, you always see OSHAssociation. Yeah, OSHA fine, but in writing, we are classified, no OSHAssociation, as the case may be. You say, so you need to know these meanings, you need to understand these things, you need to read very vast to understand differences and terms. I guess through training or through training with us, you'll be able to learn more, because I have engaged so many safety professionals who have so high certification, but lack the understanding or the knowledge of basic meanings within the industry. So it's a very big problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. I think for the sake of our time, I'll ask Tinashe Muzira to give us our vote of thanks. But before he does that, I'll just give a brief introduction.
Mr. Innocent, I will also want to hear from my people from Zimbabwe. It's good I hear from them. At least 1 or 2 points, 1 or 2 messages. You can call any of them to give. Let's hear from them. It's very, very necessary before your closing remark. Mr. Muzua, do you agree with me? Mr. Muzua, do you agree with me? Innocent, do you agree with me also?
Certainly,
Yes,
we do agree with you, and certainly I think you've given us a charge.
Thank you so much.
We are motivated and excited. Thank you.
Yeah, if you permit me, I told somebody that this year I'm going to Africa. Last year, through my executive director, one of my senior team, Bullion Dillion, who have brought Zimbabwe on board today, he's in this meeting, but he told me he's not going to be talking because he's very busy. Bullion is a very passionate professional, and he's so proud with what is happening in Zimbabwe. So, and I believe that at the end of the day, he's going to watch the recording videos of this. But it would be nice to hear from my people from Zimbabwe, especially when I see some wonderful names here. Moshaki or Enoch Zulu Zanga. Any of you, can you unmute yourself and share your views and share your thoughts? Innocent, let's hear from your people. Few minutes, then we are good to go. Thank you. Who is unmuting to see your face of Zimbabwe people? If you are expecting to receive us this year in Zimbabwe in a bigger conference like you see in other countries, who is speaking to us? Takunda, can you speak to us? Prudence, can you speak to us? Who's unmuting to speak to us? Let's unveil ourselves briefly, please. Tatenda Manwa, Pisiri. Sorry, I may not speak it well, but I'm talking to you. Can you unmute yourself and speak to us? Or Innocent, you call your people, you know them more better.
Okay, probably for the benefit of those that are not from. You can.
Am I audible? Yes, we are excited.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm a bit of in transit, but I think I can speak without the video. Okay, we are excited. I think being part of a professional board, it's an opportunity for people to.
Sorry, I missed your call. I didn't know when my phone.
And for information sharing. You find that sometimes you have incidents happening in companies. Company 1 and company 2 experiencing the same incident, and we have loss of life and loss of property, whereas it could have been avoided by simply having a network and an opportunity for people to exchange information so that we don't have recurrences. Whether it has happened in Nigeria, it will not happen in Zimbabwe. So I think it's a good platform for us to exchange ideas and information sharing, so that the only accidents that are going to be happening are only new ones. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No one will happen once we do the needful to happen. You know, we believe the world today is charting the way forward to total prevention. The UN is pumping in millions of dollars into prevention and sustainability. Africa is not yet talking about sustainability. They are not yet talking about prevention. They are still talking about awareness, just awareness. We are still struggling with awareness. Talk of culture, talk of prevention, or you start talking of sustainability. We are not even there. So I guess that with this movement, that is why I'm charging everyone. If we can achieve 100,000 membership in Zimbabwe, then we are good to go to put the country on fire of safety consciousness of everyone. Thank you. Innocent, you want to call another person? Thank you, Tanzanda, for your time.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Yeah, out of interest, Emmanuel, we have participants from other countries that are with us today, and probably OSHAssociation is not yet there in their countries. What are the opportunities that are there for them, for them to also reap into all these benefits?
Yes, thank you so much. It's actually a long process. I guess you and your country president should know what you are passing through with the international office in terms of documentation, reviews, and so many stuff. So they can write the international office, then they will take it up from there from the appropriate departments. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we move on to our last item, which is vote of thanks. I would like to introduce Tinashe Muziva. Tinashe is the group shape manager for Zimplus. He has more than 20 years working experience in OSH practice across many sectors and industries. Previously, he worked in tertiary institutions, ferrochrome industry, chrysotile, mining, and agro-based industries. He's a holder of MSc in sustainability, consultants and project management, MSc in safety, health, and environment. He's also a holder of an MBA and BSc environmental health and science. Tinashe, over to you.
Thank you very much. My task is very simple, to acknowledge our international speakers. Thank you very much, Engineer Dr. Emmanuel, Tony and Michael. Certainly you have really shared your presentations have made it so clear to us. We now understand what OSHA is all about. We now understand the benefits, the fees that we can pay if we want to join, and certainly other benefits associated with being part of this association. And also our local speakers, our country president, Mr. Wanda Nerera, thank you. Our patron, Prof, and also our moderator. I hope I have not left anyone out. And I also want to thank the most important people who were in this part of this audience, our participants. We really value the confidence that you have shown by participating in this launch of the association, the Zimbabwean chapter. We value your trust, and I'm sure you will be excited as we march together on this journey. Obviously, the next step is becoming a member and start enjoying the benefits associated with such. We will be in contact with you so that we help each other to be members of this association. And finally, let's continue to spread the word to to fellow colleagues, friends, so that they can also become a member. I think Dr. Emmanuel said He hopes that we are going to have 100,000 members. I believe everything is achievable if we are motivated. And indeed, I'm sure we are all motivated. And I wish you all the best in the next steps. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.
Innocent, permit me, let everyone unmute themselves, please. Let's see your faces. In case I see you in the street of London or in UK, I'll be able to recognize my Zimbabwe brothers and sisters. Please unmute yourself. Let's see your faces. And let's shout out to everyone. Shout out. Unmute yourself. You can make all your noise now. No problem. You can make all the noise now. No problem. Yeah. You can make all the noise now. No problem.
Thank you for the
Unmute
insightful.
yourself. Say bye.
Thank you so much.
Everyone. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
Yes,
you so
bye,
much.
bye. Yes,
we
bye.
look forward to working with you.
We look forward to meeting
Thank
you
you.
at face-to-face
Thank you
conference.
all. Thank you all.
Yes, bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank
Yes,
you
bye.
all, Dr. Emmanuel.
Thank you.
Thank you all.